The lady's had issues, owned it for about 4 years now. It's just about to come out as builder's warranties, and they're trying to resolve this. Now the builder has came, and it was a section of roof like this. So at first it was a timber cladding roof, and the timber was staining all the areas all around. They have come through and tried to rectify it, and by rectifying it, they've put a tiled roof above, which was fine. But now what we have, every time it rains, it is dropping water, and there's all sections where the water has breached, which in short is a fouled membrane, and this has to be addressed properly. And to address it properly, you unfortunately have to pull up the whole subsection upstairs, pull up the door jambs, re-waterproof and re-membrane. At the moment, their theory to get out of this is to not address none of this issue here, but in fact to put a colorbond roof from here and fall the colorbond roof out here, so the water and all the issues that are happening is in one way deflected and pushed out here. So we're here doing an inspection to note every single flaw that's up here, and you can see how much damage is already happening on all the joists. So in short, this has to be rectified by a full rectification of upstairs. You cannot fix this from down to below. Coming back to the front of the house, we have the same issue again, and this issue is coming from another veranda above that has a failed leak. Now this one that's above here, they've pulled up a strip of tiles and part waterproofed the section of the roof upstairs, and it's not even a bandage fix. You can't even do that. The whole area upstairs, including this roof here, the flashing has to be looked at, because at the moment you can see the roof holding water, and the lady is getting drips of water down here, which is also damaging all the area here. So we're getting smelling. There's most likely some mold through here. We can smell a damn musty smell in this area here. So there is a lot of water ingress that is happening here. Tiny bit of moisture through this section, and we've got something that is roughly there. So this is the section of question that downstairs, they want to put the roof downstairs to make the water fall away. So this is the bit that essentially it's a fouled membrane. I can almost guarantee it that when they rectified this, they didn't pull these doors out and waterproof the turn up and come down. I believe that's where the biggest fault is. The water's hitting these doors, tracking through and going under. But from up here, it looks pretty good. We have got a lot of issues along all the sides. It could technically be fixed with epoxy grout and sealant, but you have to rip off all this flashing and have a look and make sure, again, to do this properly, to waterproof, all these turn-ups should have been waterproof to a height. So through this whole area here, it needs major rectifications work to fix this, and not just putting a metal roof downstairs. So this is the area here of concern. We're downstairs in the hallway, which is just under this roof here, where the entry, and the entry is just over here. This is the area where the water is dropping through here. This is the rectification works that they tried to do. Now, if you're standing on a tile and you move, you can see the separation from the tile bed to the veranda itself. There is a full separation. These tiles are not even bonded correctly. They're showing buoyancy and they're bouncing. Their way to fix this was, hey, let's pull up only a section and do a spot waterproof in this area, and it definitely has not rectified the issue downstairs. We've got areas all through this timber slat work. When the customer moved in, this was obviously not in the condition it is now, but you can clearly see the gaps in the silicone, and it's separated from the timber. So I can almost bet my bottom dollar that there is no membrane or sarking or anything on this layer. So what's happening, the water is hitting this roof and going down. This waterproofing turn up here is only to, you can clearly see it, it's only to there. How can you waterproof this area without taking all this up? Like, I can get my fingers in there and feel it all. We're going to do a test now and see if we can get this leaking downstairs while we're here, and just so we can document it to provide it for the report. So we're just performing a flood test on all this area here, and hopefully, well, the lady did this the other day and she had water entering almost straight away. So we're just entering and pushing water in during not so heavy rain. Like at the end of the day, the rains that we have, we are on the beach, so the beach is just here, so it is a coastal area. So there is some directional winds that come, however, it still should not be leaking in the way it is. And I just don't like the way this job has been handled, really. The subpar attempts to repairs and the little patches that is happening, I don't believe it's fair to the client or other trades that do the right thing. So just on the back side of this wall here, after testing, we have water entering under the wall area, under this flooring here. So nothing visible above here, nothing visible by eye, but there is definitely water under this that was not there prior to us doing a wet test on the external wall. 100% moisture all there. I think this side of the wall is pretty good. 100% here too. It's such a letdown doing these inspections, especially when there's a female client and you can see the upset or the disgruntledness in them and they're trying to hold back tears. And we get it, mistakes happen, but some of this stuff, you just look it around and you've had 4 years to fix it and you've just been doing bandage after bandage, and now someone like me comes and there's water everywhere inside a house. Beautiful build too, sensational looking home, beautiful location, but just let down. So we've been doing more investigation work upstairs and running water. You can see here now the water entering up on this higher slab level, so the water's actually coming just in there. There's water. And here we go. And now the water's entering all through here. The area of concern is where the turnover is and the flashing that meets the two areas, but there is now water ingress happening just from a hose on a light setting too. It's not even on full. You can see this here. This is absolutely appalling. So not happy in that one there. In all fairness, however, the builder, I don't know who the builder is, so if you're watching this, I'm sorry, but you have done a very good try to fix it. Normally builders run away, but yeah, unfortunately, this poor lady's crying in there that her builder's warranty is about to run out in a year's time, and these issues they're just not a new issue. These issues have been going on for years. So we'll put this video together, I'll put a report together for her, and hopefully it gets resolved.